Good morning, students. Today's class will the solved question paper 2015 September Nursing Education. The first question was define curriculum and list the principles of curriculum planning and discuss the steps in curriculum development. The definition by Florence Nightingale, curriculum is a systematic arrangement of some total of experience selected as per plan by the school for a defined group of students to attain the aims of particular educational program. List the principles of curriculum planning. It has been stated that nations live in the present on the past for the future. Forward-looking principle, creative principle, totality form, activity principle, preparation of life, connecting to life, integration and correlation, comprehensiveness and balance, loyalties, variety and flexibility, connecting to community needs, social life cause subjects, all-round development of body, mind and spirit, principles of democracy, secularism and socialism, dignity of labor, character building, leisure and child-centered curricula. Please show that you are writing some explanations of these important point also. Then steps in curriculum development is formulate the phil- philosophy, formulation of education objectives, selection of learning experiences, effective and efficient organization of learning experience, and evaluation of the curriculum. Define and classify audiovisual aids and discuss briefly on advantages and disadvantages of LCD projector. These are types of the audiovisual aids, audio aids, projected aids, and non-projected visual aids and audio visual aids. Briefly, advantages and disadvantages of LCD projector. LCD projector is a type of video projector for displaying videos, images, or computer data on a screen or other flat surface. It is a modern equivalent to the wide slide projector or overhead projector. When connected to a computer, will enable the project computer generated images onto a display screen. Important factors that warrant careful consideration are projector brightness, portability, bulb life, environment that projector is going to be operated, the cost, resolution, contrast ratio, and networking connectivity of the projector, and how secure it is when it is in place. Advantages: provide greater enjoyment in learning, stimulate more rapid learning, increase retention, larger percentage and longer retention, compels attention, enlarges or reduces actual size of objects, brings distant past and present into a classroom, mental reaction of pupils to audiovisual experiences both intellectual and emotional. They make lasting impression on the mind of the body. One picture is worth thousand words. They make learning realistic, permanent and natural and easy. Disadvantage: need a dark room, easier to lose focus, require well-designed presentation of materials. Participants might pay more attention to the graphics than the audio. Sequence cannot be changed, not suitable for all type of educational materials. Trends in nursing education. It includes curriculum changes, that the diversity of education, innovations in teaching and learning, educational quality assurance, more reliance on technology, emphasis on high-tech, high-touch approach, preparation of global nurses, ensuring a promising career, emergence of new specialties. Characteristics of learning. Learning is a growth, learning is adjustment, learning is organized experience, learning is purposeful and goal directed, learning is both individual and social, learning is self activity, learning is transferable. Discuss briefly on clinical teaching methods. The clinical teaching methods are child family centered method, observations, conferences can be clinical, individual, group, staff, and team conference, bedside clinic, nursing rounds, demonstration, what teaching, what class, what clinic, case study or case presentation, discussion method, brainstorming, process recording, laboratory method, health talks, nursing case studies, assignments, exhibition, incidental teaching, research project, and field trips. Advantages: multiple questions, easy to administer and score, can cover a large content area, high reliability, validity, and objectivity. Item analysis is possible. Questions can be constructed to address various levels of cognitive complexities. Basic principles of guidance and counseling. According to Hollis and Hollis, the dignity of individual is supreme. Each individual is different from every other individual. Prime concern for guidance is individual in his social setting. The attitude and personal perceptions of individual are the basis of which he acts. The individual generally acts to enhance his perceived self. The individual has innate ability to learn. The individual needs continuous guidance process and from early childhood through adulthood. Each individual may need information and personalized assistance given by competent professional and personnel at some time. Aim of educations, utilitarian aim, occasional, social and intellectual aim. For advantage simulation, it can avoid danger and loss of life. Conditions can be varied and outcomes investigated. Critical situations can be investigated without risk. It is cost effective. For elements of daily plan, objective, teaching learning experience, references, assignments. For principles of preventive discipline, assess, clarify, and communicate needs and expectations, create a warm and nurturing classroom climate, democratically develop a set of rules and consequences, develop a daily routine, yet remain flexible. Advantage of short answer questions, relatively fast mark and can be marked by different accessors as long as the questions are set in a way that alternative answers can be considered by the accessor. Short questions are also relatively easy to set compared to many assessment methods. Short questions can be used as a part of formative and summative assessment, and unlike MCQs, there is no guessing on answers. Students must apply the answer. Difference between naturalism and pragmatism. The principles of pragmatism include man considered an essentially biological and social organism. Knowledge should be experimentally verified and should be useful to the learner. Faith in one's capacity to shape his destiny. No absolute values. Only those theories which work in practical situations are true, and deep faith in democracy. Consider the learner as a growing biological and social being ready to adjust the environmental demands. Aim is to prepare a child to face challenges of life. Education prepares child to become effective member of society. Naturalism in education stands for doctrine follow the nature in education. It wants all education to be strict conformity with the nature of the child. It stands for complete freedom to be given to the child in learning. Naturalists do not advocate a fixed curriculum. Every child is given right to determine his own curriculum. The learner is expected to learn directly from the nature to the personal experience. Learning by doing, naturalists are not favor of direct teaching through the lectures and textbooks. They emphasize on value and concrete object. Naturalism advocate direct experience of things and believe in the principle of learning by doing. Role play and field trip. Role play is an educational technique in which people spontaneously act out problems of human relations and analyze the enactment with the help of other role players and observers. Purpose: develop skill in leadership, interviewing, and social interaction. Develop sensitivity to other feelings by having opportunity to put oneself in others' place by noting where and what a person does. Develop ability to observe and analyze situation. Gives reality and concreteness to learning situation. Role play is born for the withdrawn student, a child. He gets an opportunity to come out, overcome his feelings. Advantages: minimum shyness. It helps students in adjustment. It gives free expression of feelings. It helps to develop team spirit and cooperation among the group members. Field trip, it is an educational procedure by which students study first and objectives materials in nature, natural environment. Objectives: to apply theory into practice, to evaluate result of the field practice, to enrich the classroom instruction, to develop observational skill, to improve social interaction among students, to refresh students' knowledge, to obtain baseline data, to develop creativity skill among the students. Advantages: observation of active participation with reality, opportunity for cooperative group work and sharing responsibility, enable the students to develop self-confidence, ensure close contact with the reality, increase variability. It is a good method for individual motivation. It gives relief from monotonous life of the classroom. It costly in time and transport. Field trip possible. Field trip is possible for limited audience only. Requires careful planning for effectiveness. Distractors cannot be controlled. Advanced knowledge regarding the place should be known to the teachers. Finding appropriate site may be difficult. Scheduling may be difficult to maintain. Model and specimen. A model is a recognizable representation of a real or three-dimensionally that height, width, and depth felt. Advantages of models. Model helps in simulating real situation. The size can be adjusted as needed. Distance or to be time do not become limitation. It gives the learner a sense of experience, stimulate interest and capture of attention, enable the learner to have correct concept about a real objective. Working model helps to obtain action of real situation. Disadvantages include models are costly to purchase, needs more storage space, useful only for a small group teaching, requires skills and talents to prepare the models. Specimen. Specimen is any physical object representing a class or group of things. Specimens is a sample of the real object or materials. Points to be remembered while using specimen and object. Plan your teaching priorly. Ask questions regarding student observation. Clarify and detail about the structure of a specimen or objects. Provide review and practice. Advantages include develop social skills and values, power of observation, enhance for investigatory projects, hobbies, interest, and motivation. Disadvantages include time consuming, expensive, space needed for storage, maintenance should be done. Practical exam and OSCE. An OSCE is designed to test clinical skill performance test communication, clinical examination, nursing procedure by a student in a clinical area where the student is asked to perform particular task on a patient and evaluated by the examiner. All students are tested for the same competencies and all students are provided with the same duration of time. In this method, predetermined decisions are made on competencies to be tested and checklists are prepared to evaluate important skills. Scoring of a particular competency is done by the same examiner on all students. These modifications in the clinical examination improves its validity and reliability. Practical exam tests the students' practical skills and techniques, usually in a laboratory, clinical, or field settings. They can be administered individually, in pairs, or small groups. This type of performance exams requires students to demonstrate their skills, capabilities, and knowledge in the practical or field setting. Students will be better placed to perform well in practical exam if they can report their methodology and observations accurately. Students will get different patients with different diagnoses and the care needed. Course plan and unit plan. Course plan is a course may be defined as a series of studies leading to a graduation or a degree, as in case of BSc nursing course requiring a completion of several short courses. So planning the course for instruction is called course planning. Outline of the course plan, objectives, specifications, so level of the learner, resource materials needed to the course, unit plan, evaluations method, and bibliography. Unit plan follows a similar format of lesson plan but cover entire unit of work for weeks, months, or a semester. It is imperative to demonstrate the principle of objectives of a curriculum and how exercise, assess, and commence sessions for the students in different classes. Henceforth, unit designs are frequently utilized for making syllabus and instructional year plans. Unit planning is a process of systematically arranging the subject. Thank you.